That's the word my ex-wife used. Like I was a season or a lease about to expire. It was my 46th birthday. The dining room buzzed with laughter, but not for me. My daughter, 15, fire in her blood, raised her voice just loud enough to slice through the room like broken glass. "You're a nobody," she said, eyes fixed on the cake I bought with the last $60 in my account. Her friends giggled, unsure at first, then growing bold behind her cruelty. "You fix toilets. You think that makes you a man?" Mom's new boyfriend owns 3 restaurants. Laughter. Not polite, not nervous. It was real, the kind that confirms what they've already decided. I looked around the table. The lights glowed warm above us. A half-burned candle flickered next to the gift she didn't bother to open. My ex, officially finalized as of 10 a.m. that morning, didn't flinch. She leaned back in her chair, sipped her wine, and smiled with the kind of precision only alcohol and apathy can carve. "Well," she said, brushing cake crumbs from her lap, "it's time you knew the truth. You were always just temporary." That one hit harder than the divorce papers. I stood. Not a word. Just walked upstairs and packed a single duffel bag. I left behind the tools, the memories, and a picture of my daughter in kindergarten. The one where she called me her super daddy, and taped a red cape to my back made from a pillowcase. By the time I reached the highway, 29 missed calls. All from her. We were good once. Or maybe I was just blind. I remember the nights she'd wait up for me, sitting cross-legged in her bathrobe, saying I smelled like hard work and love. She'd kiss my hands, grime and all. Back when love was simple and dinner wasn't a battlefield. But love fades, and sometimes it turns cruel. I started noticing things 2 years ago. The quiet kind of betrayal. My daughter stopped calling me Dad, started calling me Dave. My wife, my then wife, stopped asking about my day. Her smile turned transactional. Her touch absent. Then there were receipts. New restaurants. 2 guests. Wine that cost more than our monthly groceries. Cologne on the sheets. Not mine, too expensive, too foreign. I never asked. Never shouted. Just watched. You learn a lot in silence. Acceptance came slowly, like water wearing down stone. But acceptance isn't forgiveness. No, it's preparation. 3 months before my birthday, while they laughed, I learned. I enrolled in online courses, property investment, commercial real estate, business law. I studied late into the night after fixing leaky sinks for people who never remembered my name. I took every extra dollar and poured it into knowledge. Then I met Paul, a quiet, calculating realtor in the city who didn't ask questions. He introduced me to a network of lawyers, lenders, inspectors, the silent machinery behind wealth. 6 months in, I made my first move, a forgotten strip mall on the edge of downtown. Run down but sturdy. I renovated it with my own hands, the same hands she once mocked. Then I acquired a second property, this time through a shell company. It just so happened to house one of her boyfriend's restaurants. Coincidence. The third property took finesse. I waited. 2 missed rent payments. 1 lien. Then I stepped in with an offer his partner, going through a brutal divorce, couldn't refuse. I bought out his share. Quiet. Clean. 9 months from the night I left, I walked into their favorite restaurant. Her Instagram shrine. The garden patio with fairy lights. She was already there, laughing. Beautiful in a way that used to make me feel lucky. He saw me first. His smile collapsed into silence. She turned, wine glass in hand, paused mid-sip. "Dave?" she asked, blinking. "What are you doing here?" I stepped forward, nodded at the manager. "Just checking on my property." She blinked, confused. "You're?" I turned, voice calm. "Make sure they finish their drinks, then escort them out." Her boyfriend stood, voice trembling. "You can't just." "I can," I said. "I own this place now." That night she called. 12 times. My daughter called too, screaming, sobbing. "You humiliated my mom. You ruined everything." "You said I was nobody," I replied, calm, honest. "But nobody just bought your boyfriend's empire out from under him." Silence. Then sobbing. "I didn't mean it," she whispered. But you did, I said. And that's okay. I'm not angry anymore. I just see clearly now. She hung up. They broke up a week later. She moved out. He filed for bankruptcy. Last I heard, he's back to driving deliveries in a leased car. She got a part-time job at a boutique downtown. Cute place. I own that building too. Raised the rent last month, nothing personal. Just business. This year I got a birthday card.
No glitter. No crayon cape.
Just a plain white envelope that said, "Happy birthday, Dad. I miss you." I didn't reply. Not out of bitterness. Out of peace. Because real revenge doesn't need to shout. It builds, buys, waits, and when it lands, the silent, surgical, and final,